They said I was 4. They said kids have overactive imaginations, that I didn't know what I was seeing. But I remember the floor. It was cold, it was red, and I remember the look in her eyes when she saw me standing there. For 20 years, they told me it was an accident. They were wrong. This is the story of the truth that nobody wanted to hear. It was 1994. Oak Ridge was the kind of town where nothing ever happened, until that rainy Tuesday in November. My father, Thomas, was a man of routine. My mother, Sarah, was the town's sweetheart. We were the perfect family, or so everyone thought. That night, the house was too quiet. I woke up to a sound, a heavy thud, followed by a silence so thick it felt like it was choking me. I crept to the door. I saw them in the kitchen. My mother wasn't crying. She was determined. And then there was the knife. When the sirens finally came, she was the one who called them. She was the grieving widow, the perfect victim of a horrible accident. I told them. I told the police, the neighbors, the social workers. Mommy did it, I said. I saw the knife, but they just shook their heads. They called it a tragic fall. They said I was traumatized and confused. My mother hugged me tight, and for the first time, I felt the ice in her touch. I grew up in that silence. Every year, the memory became a little more distant, a little more like a nightmare I'd invented, but the feeling never left. By 15, I stopped talking about it. My mother had remarried. Life moved on, but I started looking for things she thought she'd hidden. Behind the false wall in the attic, I found them. Letters, financial statements, and a life insurance policy taken out just weeks before he died. The motive was right there. Cold, hard numbers. She didn't kill him in a fit of rage. She killed him for the payout, and she almost got away with it. I took it to a cold case detective 20 years later. He was the first person who didn't look at me like I was a broken child. He looked at me like a witness. They brought her in. She thought she was safe. She thought the 4-year-old was gone forever. She didn't realize that memory doesn't just disappear, it waits. When they played the recording of my testimony from 1994, her face changed. The mask of the grieving widow finally shattered. Justice is a slow process, but it is final. She was convicted of first-degree murder. The truth I'd carried since I was 4 was finally on the record. I'm not that scared child in the hallway anymore. I am the man who spoke for his father. I am the witness who was finally believed. If you believe the truth deserves to be told, subscribe for more, and let us know in the comments, would you have the courage to speak up?